Officials opened up US 1 on Saturday, all the way south to Marathon for residents, business owners, disaster workers, and supply trucks. They also announced plans to let the same groups have access all the way to Key West starting at 7 a.m. Sunday. Recovery efforts are well underway, with the Salvation Army planning to serve 5,000 barbecue dinners Saturday night in Marathon and Key West, marking the first hot meals for many since Irma made landfall nearly a week ago. Officials had agonized over the decision to reopen the islands, knowing residents were desperate to assess the damage with their own eyes, yet worried about harsh living conditions for those who choose return. Curfews remained in effect, and returning residents received a clear message from Keys officials: you must be self-sufficient. They encouraged residents to bring tents, small air conditioning units, food, water, and medications. Getting Key West residents and businesses owners to the southernmost point remained a challenge as authorities worked to keep out tourists, gawkers, looters, and others who could hamper recovery efforts. Nearly 24 checkpoints in the hardest-hit areas will be heavily staffed with law enforcement officers to check IDs to ensure only authorized residents and relief workers get through. Meanwhile, officials said they hope to open government offices, courts and schools in the Keys on September 28. Further north, Broward County school officials said classes would resume Monday, but in Miami-Dade County, one of the nation's largest school districts, students still don't know when they'll return to class, forcing many parents to juggle childcare as they head into a second week of recovering from Hurricane Irma. Miami-Dade County hoped to resume operations Monday, but dozens of schools in the district are still without power. An announcement is expected this weekend. In many South Florida counties, school has not been in session since September 6. The uncertainty put additional stress on parents trying to return to work. For Lori Eichelberry, 45, who owns a psychology practice with 2 offices in South Florida, it means dragging her 10-year-old daughter to work with her. It's challenging, but we kept busy with activities, some coloring, said Eichelberry, of Coconut Grove. In some Southwest Florida districts, classes were postponed until September 25. Irma spread a wide swath of damage across the entire Sunshine State. In Southwest Florida on Saturday, officials went door-to-door Saturday warning residents who live near the Withlacoochee River north of the Tampa Bay area of the potential for record-high flooding in the coming days. Hernando County officials said deputies, firefighters, and officials with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission used boats to get to homes along the river to urge residents to get out as the water levels start rising, according to a news release. The National Weather Service said a gauge at Trilby in Pasco County is at 16.3 feet, 5.9 meters, with the major flood stage is at 16.5 feet, 6 meters. Kelly Kennedy reported from Fort Lauderdale. Adriana Gomez-Lycan also contributed to this report.